Hey everybody, welcome to Valentine TV. Y'all know I had to come in with the truth is. As you come in, y'all please hit the subscribe button, like the video, and if you see that hype button, hype up the video, please. And don't forget, I just love the truth is. I don't believe every single thing that he says, but pay attention. Let's stay woke. This is about Bad Bunny's halftime show. The ritual, it's always a ritual in the halftime shows. So let's see. Let's just go ahead and get it started. Okay. And don't forget, I'm working at third shift, so bear with me, okay?
Millions of people lost their freaking minds when Bad Bunny was announced for the Super Bowl. They were furious that a Latino artist is headlining such an American event, completely ignoring that Puerto Rico is actually a part of America.
Exactly.
But while the world is arguing about his heritage, they're missing the real reason to be angry. They're missing the fact that the industry just chose his biggest puppet to take the global stage. Bad Bunny has a reputation for turning his performances into over-the-top rituals, and that is exactly what he just showed us at this year's halftime.
Oh, yeah, and before they get to the rituals and stuff, that he also refused to wear a harness, anything. So everything that happened, like when he fell through the roof, it was pre-recorded and actually, no harness or anything, even while he's up on the poles. He wanted everything to be done himself, no help. And yeah, he is a US citizen, y'all. He's US citizen. Come on. And I'm a beat person. So even though I didn't know what he was saying, the beat. I like the beat, okay? But let's see what ritual was in there.
Today, we're revealing the reason Bad Bunny was chosen for the halftime and breaking down the ritual you weren't supposed to understand. Bad Bunny is one of the top-selling artists on the planet. With that much success, the mainstream media says he's a natural choice for the Super Bowl. But if you look at the history of these halftime shows, you know why he was actually chosen. Bad Bunny wasn't chosen for his music. He was chosen because he embodies the industry's agenda in every single way. The industry wants to dissolve gender. Bad Bunny cross-dresses in his videos and makes out with male dancers on stage.
Was that Rihanna's man? What was it? Anyway, let's keep going.
The industry wants to push a specific spiritual narrative. Bad Bunny releases videos chained to demons and touches ancient archaeological artifacts as if he's charging up for the performance. From glamorizing promiscuity to tearing down traditional family values, he hits every mark on the industry's checklist. So are you really surprised that the industry's biggest puppet show chose its biggest puppet to perform? The Super Bowl halftime show isn't about American football. It's about harvesting the energy of millions to be used for a ritual done in front of the world. And that is exactly what we're seeing with this Super Bowl performance. Yesterday, Bad Bunny took the stage at the Super Bowl, and on the surface, it looked like a massive tribute to Latin culture. But underneath the dancing and singing, the performance was hiding a message most people were never meant to see. And no, I'm not just talking about the man-on-man.
Now that is just, I didn't even see that. That is just, oh. But anyway, we ain't talking about that right there. He's talking about the whole ritual. Let's see.
Subliminal message they threw in there with the dancers for a second. I'm talking about the ritual hidden right in the middle of all of this. I know many of you have asked yourself what any of this stuff actually means. Now, at first glance, it just looks like a giant spectacle, but the imagery used during the performance tells a specific story. From the beginning when Bad Bunny is in the fields, to the moment Lady Gaga dances on him, and then towards the end when he's on the power pose, it all tells a very specific message. While it just looked like a regular performance, when I tell you what this actually means, you won't see it the same. This year, the imagery wasn't as obvious as usual, but if you understand their language, you can decode the message. Let's look at how Bad Bunny started the performance. The performance started in the sugarcane fields with Bad Bunny wearing an all-white suit with a white jersey over it with the number 64. In these high-level industry rituals, white isn't just a fashion choice. It represents the albedo, the stage of purification and initiation in alchemy. In the occult, this signifies the subject has been washed clean of their old self to become a vessel for a new power. This was meant to represent his beginning, where he started from and how far his journey to the top was. The white outfit was a visual signal that Bad Bunny has officially been chosen as the new gatekeeper of the Latin industry. This is why he was surrounded by the
He is the gatekeeper of the Latin industry, y'all. That Cardi? Oh, look at all them. He the gatekeeper of all y'all.
The other major names like Cardi B, Pedro Pascal, and Karol G. They weren't just guests, they were witnesses to the ritual. And the moment Ricky Martin appeared, the message became crystal clear. This was the passing of the torch from the old to the new, marking the official beginning of Bad Bunny's reign as the new industry gatekeeper. Lady Gaga wasn't just randomly chosen for this performance either. While it might seem like they snuck a white artist in to keep America from rage quitting, Gaga played a much more important role in this ritual. She played the part of the high priestess. In ancient and esoteric traditions, blue is a color often associated with the divine feminine and the Great Mother, which is connected to Isis. In esoteric rituals, the high priestess provides the spiritual authority for the initiate. By wearing blue, she represents the mother figure of the industry, the one who had already been initiated, symbolically baptizing the new initiate in the industry's higher ranks. Essentially, she was leading this ritual, passing the symbolic torch from Ricky Martin to Bad Bunny. The third and final part of the ritual was the completion of the great work and the moment of ascension. Towards the end of the performance, we see Bad Bunny ascending on the power poles. To most, this moment was simply just a tribute to Puerto Rico's infrastructure, but in the language of the occult, it was telling a completely different story. This was meant to demonstrate the literal completion of the great work. He was positioning himself at the very top of the energy grid. In the occult, electricity is often linked to the light bringer, the spark of life and consciousness, often described as a divine spark. The purpose.
Oh my God. Y'all see that? The truth is, he be reading it down. He be reading it down, y'all. Boy. Well, it has been completed. He is the official gatekeeper of the Latin Americans, right? Superstar Doug. Y'all know.
The purpose of the great work is to power that divine spark so it could ascend and reach enlightenment. By standing on the energy poles, he positioned himself between the heavens and the earth, with the sparks representing the activation of his own divine spark. Symbolically, he was siphoning the focus of 100 million people and grounding it into the stage to feed off their energy. He wasn't just performing, he was being initiated into the highest orders of the secret religion that runs Hollywood. Even his outfit told us this from the beginning. On top of his white suit, Bad Bunny had a white jersey on with the number 64. It is no coincidence that he wore the number 64, as it represents completing the great work. 64 represents the rebirth of the spirit. By the time he reached the top of the energy grid, he was telling the world that his transformation was finished. By wearing the number 64, Bad Bunny is signaling that he has finished his journey across the board. He has navigated the duality of the industry and has reached the final square. His ascension. He has crossed the 64 squares of the industry's chessboard, mastered the 64 changes of the alchemic blueprint, and was ready to be activated as the new high priest. While it seemed like a massive
be activated as the new high priest. There, boy. Oh Lord, the only thing more powerful than hate is love. That's about the y'all
moment for Latinos, it was just another industry ritual, just like we've been seeing unfold on a global scale with the political world as well. Just a few days ago, Vice President J.D. Vance announced that Trump had established a new world order. I just covered this in a Patreon exclusive video, and if you're one of my members, make sure to check that video out ASAP. But back to Bad Bunny. Now that we've seen the ritual unfold on the Super Bowl stage, we have to ask, why him? Why was Bad Bunny chosen to be the face of this specific moment? There is a reason Bad Bunny managed to blow past all the rest of the Latino artists. He was the one chosen to introduce the Latin youth to the industry agenda. To better understand the halftime performance, we have to look back at the history of occult ritual programming that led to this night. This was
dang. Y'all remember that when he was chained up by all those women and stuff like that? Man, I remember that. Then I was like, oh, that's who Bad Bunny is. When he was in that leather red dress and stuff. Oh my God, he went through all the doors.
Wasn't just a career climb for Bad Bunny. It was a transition from another big Latin artist to a high-level industry gatekeeper. Bad Bunny has shown us this was coming for years. The signs have always been there. The industry loves to frame Bad Bunny's fashion as breaking boundaries or gender fluidity. But in the world of the occult, this has a very specific meaning behind it. Now, I want to warn you, some of this stuff is occult mumbo jumbo, but I'm going to simplify it for us normal folk. All of this is connected to something called the rebus. In alchemy, there's a ritual called the Great Work, or the Magnum Opus, which results in the creation of the rebus, what they call a divine being that has conquered duality by merging the masculine and feminine into one body. Basically, a person who becomes gender neutral. When you see Bad Bunny in full drag in his Yo Perreo Sola video, or acting as his own female counterpart in his other videos, he isn't just playing dress up. He is embodying the alchemic archetype of what they call the divine hermaphrodite. He is signaling to those who know the code that he has completed his ascension and activated his divine spark.
He didn't activate that divine spark, y'all. His divine spark. Oh my God, look at that. All right. Okay.
But the gender blurring is only half of the story. Look at the symbols he has been surrounding himself with since the beginning of his career. For years, Bad Bunny has used the third eye symbolism to represent a higher vision. In his Yo Perea solo video, we see him literally chained to demonic figures and surrounded by gothic ritualistic imagery. He dressed up like the Baphomet. If you look at his outfit, you can see him wearing a skirt, dressed up exactly like Baphomet is represented in this image. Even as recently as December 2025, he was caught in that museum controversy touching on that ancient artifact. The public called it a lack of respect, but it's all connected to their secret religion. He's been telling us his plan since day one. He didn't call his movement a fan base, he called it La Nueva Religión, which in English means the new religion. The industry didn't just choose him because he's the best singer. They chose him because he was the most willing to become a living sigil. He is the ultimate puppet because he has surrendered himself completely to push the industry's agenda.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, what we witnessed at Levi Stadium wasn't a concert, it was a public coronation.
What hasn't he done? What hasn't he done, y'all? He done did everything to get to the top, or their top.
The industry didn't just put on a show, they executed a multi-layered ritual to finalize the transfer of power. While the crowd was singing along to Titi Me Preguntó, they had no idea they were being used to power this ritual. They participated in the full cycle, from the albedo purification in the white suit to the great work completed on the power pose. Bad Bunny didn't just make it to the Super Bowl, he made it to the very top with the likes of Diddy, Jay-Z, and Dr. Dre. This is not just about music. Look at the timing of all of this going down. Look what's happening around the world and in our very country. We are seeing these rituals play out in every sector of society. Bad Bunny is just a vessel for a message that is being broadcast to the entire world. The old world is gone, and the new religion is here. They tell us the only thing more powerful than hate is love, but in their world, love is just another word for total compliance to the agenda. I know all of this sounds too much or unbelievable, but I challenge you to look into the symbolism yourself. Look into Bad Bunny's past actions. Look into the meaning of the gender bending. Look deeper into why he became such a big star, and take under consideration the other artists and executives.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So yeah, we have to look into it ourselves, and let's just pray. That's all I know, like real prayer to the Most High, not the low one. Okay.
That made it to the same level as Bad Bunny, what they have been exposed for. Like I said, this is all deeper than you could possibly expect. They don't want you to see this side of the performance, but that's what I'm here for, to reveal what they're hoping you won't see. Chances are they're going to suppress this video because I revealed way too much, but you can help combat that by liking, sharing, and hyping this video. Help me spread this information to as many people as possible. And if you like videos revealing the unfiltered truth, make sure to subscribe for more videos. I post new videos every other day all year long for the last 5 years straight. In fact, today marks the 5-year anniversary of my channel. So if you want to...
Happy 5th year anniversary, the truth is. But y'all, we got to get this together. Oh my God. Look at that. Look at that. I know y'all see me scrolling. Yeah, y'all, we can't. No. That damn ritual stuff. The Epstein files, the ritual stuff, it's just so much going on that y'all know I am way behind on it. I'm so behind. Y'all know this third shift, I've been behind. I hope my avatar stay up this time because it's been blank. Forgive me if it's blank, y'all. But well, that's all I got, and I hope y'all seen the ritualistic in it. That mean now he's the gatekeeper. He took it from Ricky Martin, and what's her face in the blue dress helped pass the torch to Bad Bunny. So that's their world, okay? As long as they keep it away from me, right? Away from us. Okay, that's all I got, y'all. I just want y'all to see the ritual at the halftime show this year too, okay? So let's see what else, because it's another one up, but it's members only right now, and I never record the members only stuff, even though I'm a member, but I wait until it's for the public. You know what I mean? I don't disrespect. All right, thank y'all for joining me. Please hit the like button, and hype up the video, subscribe to the channel, and become one of my Valentines. Y'all know Valentine's Day is Saturday. Everybody think I'm married. No, that is my maiden name, Valentine. That is my name. Okay. All right. So if y'all want to become one of my family members, just join on in. Join on in. All right. Subscribe to the channel. Okay. Love y'all. Gotta go. All right. Talk to you later. Bye, y'all.